Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the year 1996. Wow, I wish my PC and my games room looked in around 1996 to 1998. And today, we are answering the most important question on everyone's lips right now. What was the best racing game, or racing simulation, of 1996? I know. Calm yourselves, put down those fiery torches and pitchforks. We're going to answer all your questions because there can be only two, and at the end of the stream, we'll hopefully have an answer of which is the best racing simulation from 1995 and 1996. So welcome, guys. Something a bit different today. Doing a bit of a retro stream. We're checking out Grand Prix II and IndyCar Racing 2. And I love both of these games. I got them all set up with the wheel. The wheel seems to be working okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you through them, take you through what I like about them, what I don't like about them, and which game, at the end of the day, I think is best. So enjoy the stream, and let's jump in. First off, let's take a look at IndyCar Racing 2. It's the less popular one.
From Papyrus.
But
Is IndyCar Racing 2.
I don't think it should be discounted much. Look at those sweet 1996 graphics. And that's amazing intro music. Both of these games have amazing theme songs. The song was very much like ESPN, Sports Center, circa 1995, 96. This game came out first. This game came out in 1995 and is obviously the sequel to IndyCar Racing, but more importantly, it's based on the NASCAR Racing engine. So NASCAR Racing came out end of 1994, early 1995, sold millions and millions of copies. Then they decided to port the engine over to IndyCar and then make the IndyCar race. Had a couple of people liking the stream so much. Abid Hassan and LZ Farid, thank you guys for liking the stream. Share it out if you like what you're seeing. Every view helps us create more awesome content. Allows us to do amazing competitions like the awesome Alienware screen giveaway through Eve Tech, as well as the amazing MSI, the Division 2 competition that we're doing at the moment, where you can win one of 2 PC copies of the Division 2, so click the links in the description. But back to the game. So here I like that you can go through the tracks and it gives you a little breakdown of what the tracks are, how long they are, how long the race is, and you can set the race distance. But because it's IndyCar, let's do an oval track. The one big omission in this game, though, is that there is no Indianapolis 500 in this. You actually have to download it as a separate add-on track, which kind of sucks, considering it's called IndyCar. Say it's lagging. What could be lagging? Hold on, guys. Let me see what's going on here. Let's see. Sorry, let me view on my side over here. Okay, now it just looks like me looking at the things and the stuff. Let's just see if this is all working. Hey everybody, this is a lag test. I'm not getting any drop frames on this side. Had dropped frames about 6 minutes ago. Hopefully it's all sorted out now. Maybe it was just a blip in the system. Sorry about that. But let's jump in. So in this game you have single race mode, championship race, and free practice. So, okay, cool. Thanks, Abid. Seems that it must have just been a hiccup with my internet. And the single race you can go through practice sessions. So let me just show you around. One of my favorite things is that it has the actual 3D wheels that you can see in front of you here, and your pit crew, and you have this cockpit view. So this is the Michigan International Speedway. It's not a super speedway, it's only 2 miles around. And there also doesn't seem to be any speed limits in the pits. So let's take this car for a quick shake here. So, obviously, oval track racing is not that big in most of Europe and in South Africa particularly. We don't have much of an oval track racing culture, but I've been getting deep into it lately and I'm really enjoying it. There's a lot more skill involved than you may think. And this game, for coming out in late 1995, still holds up really well. And what's quite amazing is that a lot of the functionality you see in NASCAR Racing 2003 and iRacing in particular, actually you can see the roots of it in this game. So this game was made by Papyrus software, and they made this. They made the NASCAR racing games up to NASCAR Racing 2003 season. They made Grand Prix Legends, of course, and once they shut down, the main game designer, David Kayema, he bought all the source code and he created iRacing, basically. So iRacing is the direct descendant of all of these games. And there's definitely a Papyrus feel to these games. Like, once you play a Papyrus simulator, you know you're playing a Papyrus simulator. So I've got the handling really sorted out now. I would have to say this game's actually probably got better car physics than Grand Prix II. We're going to jump into that game just now. And also graphics-wise, I'm struggling to call it between these two games. This is running in SVGA mode. I know it looks blocky as hell, but I'm going to show you guys at the end of the stream what it actually used to look like on my Pentium 100. This is running at maxed out graphics. In fact, this game was one of the very first games to have 3D acceleration, but it only worked on one very specific 3D accelerator. And I looked into trying to emulate it and show you guys what the 3D accelerated mode looked like, but it's just impossible to emulate it. So it was a rendition Verite V1000 and a V2000. They were not very common 3D cards back in the day, but it's the only game. And this game came out in 95, and they released the 3D effects or the 3D accelerated patch in 96. So it's definitely one of the very first consumer games that had 3D acceleration in the box, and it ran in DOS. Didn't even need to run this in Windows. So we're just doing some practice here. I'm probably destroying these oaks. But let's quickly jump to the next session. I'm going to skip qualifying so I can start last. Let's just jump straight into the race and see how we go. So first race on an oval. The one sucky thing is I haven't turned the pace car on, so basically you start immediately. Oh no, I have the pace car on, which is no good. This is going to be very boring now. So it is quite cool that this game has full yellow flag rules. So there is the pace car out in the front there. He does come out when there's a big crash. Everyone will line up. The pit lane rules are the same. You can't go into the pit when the pace car first comes out. We had Christopher Maynard jumping in. Welcome to the stream, buddy. Thank you for the like. As you can see, I'm playing on the height of graphics at the moment. The peak graphics in 1996. So most PCs in 1996 would not be able to run this game like this. This is 640 by 480 with full field of 39 cars. Most computers, my poor Pentium 100, would barely run this in 320 by 240 mode. You'd need at least a 166, maybe even a 200 Pentium Pro to be able to run this at 640 by 480 and like a 2 megabyte graphics card. But now, thanks to emulation, we get to do this. Also, you didn't really have steering wheels back in 1995, 96. Thrustmaster was the very first. They released their first steering wheel in 1994 called the T1. And a lot of guys said, like, these games were never designed for steering wheels. They were only designed actually with joystick and keyboard in mind. And even the guys in Papyrus. I'm probably going to crash very shortly. While car physics are good, the collision physics are not good. If you touch another car, you'll basically slide out and crash. But what I find quite fascinating as well is this game is still super duper playable. Like, the physics feel good, the cars are a bit understeery, they don't really lose traction on the rear, you can't really slide out the rear too much. You can do it every now and then. But once the car lets go, it's basically game over. You will spin out, you will hit the wall, you will get damaged, and that'll be the end of your race. I don't actually know what difficulty I'm playing on at the moment. But I really do enjoy this game. Like, I'm also quite interested that there's only, I think, 3 oval tracks in this game. The rest are all street circuits. And IndyCar's weird. It's very heavy, slow. Well, not slow. They're very fast in a straight line, but they're not the most fast accelerating cars like a Formula 1 car. But most of their tracks are very tight street circuits. I think the car graphics in IndyCar are definitely better than Grand Prix II. Like, there's more detail. The wheels are real wheels. Grand Prix II, the wheels are sprites. And the sense of speed in this game is still really good. Making our way to the front here. Really have got my wheel properly set up today. Really handling nicely. Wish I could get a crash to go down here so you guys could see. I think I might do the old trick of getting to the front and turning around and crashing into everyone. Because that's the main thing we used to do in these games. I think a lot of guys might have played this back in the day because it used to be on a lot of demo discs, this game, especially like European demo discs. I guess they were trying to punt it to European players as much as possible. When I say it still feels pretty damn good. It really does feel like a really decent simulator all these years. Maybe not the most fun game, but as a simulator, okay. I think I'm going to do what everyone wants me to do, which is have a massive accident. Let's wait for the field to come by. Using manual gears here, you'll see in Grand Prix II I'm not going to actually use manual gear. Let's see what we can do. Let's do a quick and dirty turnaround here. Don't mind me, guys. I'm going to get black flag probably. That was a pretty good crash, I think. And that's why we play this game. Christopher Manuel, this one hasn't changed much since then. I guess so. So let's jump in. Actually, one of the best parts of the game is the replay functionality. As you can see here, I actually lose the back end here. And, oh, that guy's going to die. So, crashes are still quite fun. Cars lose their wheels. Cars go all over the place. It's a damn good game. So, really, really cool game. I think it's really, really fun. Do I want to save the race weekend? No. We'll maybe come back to it a little bit later. And I think now, let's jump into its competitor while we listen to this amazing sick beat. Just want to do some sharing quickly. Guys, let me know if it's lagging or anything like that. sending out some things here. Let's see what's happening. And exit out here. So I hope you guys enjoyed that look at IndyCar racing. Let's check out its competitor. And I think most people who were into racing games in the 90s know about this game. Yep, that's right, Jeff Cramman's Grand Prix II. I think this game sold millions and billions of copies. I remember fighting with friends at break, talking about this game, talking about where we came, how fast we went in like straight lines. If you guys want to watch the intro, we may as well watch the intro because it's actually not a very good intro. Jody Lalchinian, thanks for liking the stream, man. Super 90s. I quite like the super 90s-ness of it all. But I think on the stream it actually looks a lot better than it looks. When you blow this thing up to 42-inch TV like I have here, it looks rather bad. This is such a 90s racing song. A sweet shredding guitar. But pretty damn cool. Right. It was also called World Grand Prix or World Circuit. But yeah, this game I have spent many, many, many hours of my youth playing. So, what this game does is recreates the entire 1994 race season, excluding Ayrton Senna, because he actually died in 1994. And does it pretty well. So we're going to jump into Michael Schumacher's Benetton and take on the legends at Spa. So as you can see, graphically, I don't know. I really can't decide which one's better. Like, this game does look pretty good in some ways, has a lot of good detail on some parts of the cars, but also like some things are a bit weird. Like, the wheels are not 3D wheels, they are 2D representations or sprites that only have certain angles. Oh, yeah, that's a good start, Neil. Good stuff, good stuff. Trying to show off here, get destroyed. One thing I think is better in this game is the actual racing. Like, you can get away with tapping the cars in front of you. I know it's not necessarily realistic, but because of the graphics, it's a bit difficult to see how close and far the car in front of you is. So, also this game has, oh, that's death. Lots of death for that guy. I have no damage on, I don't know if you've noticed. Yeah, I think we're gonna restart the race because that didn't go well. So, this game has amazing AI. Even for now, it's got really amazing AI. Yeah, I think Dave will definitely be keen to do that. This was one of my first games. This was not my first game. I actually am gonna do a retro stream of my first game in the future. That game was Monster Truck Madness, which is still a really cool game and hugely underrated, I think. From a modding perspective, that game was incredible. The amount of tracks and add-ons and crazy stuff people made in that game was insane, and it's basically what made me love computer games, because of all the mods and downloads and sound files and ridiculous stuff you could do in that game. So this game, tracks-wise, depending on the track, some of them are super detailed. Like, this is definitely one of the great tracks in this game. But other tracks, and we'll check them out later, like Brazil, you can see, like, they didn't put a lot of effort into modeling the surround and everything. With this track, it still kind of looks a bit like how Spa looks today. The layout's much the same. And I think they really nailed this track. They really got it pretty good. almost got the elevation changes right, which is a big problem. Like with these older games, they just don't get the elevation changes that the modern games get. Do I play Fortnite? Definitely not. I don't like that game. I play many racing games. It's definitely harder to drive while streaming and talking. Also, to read the comments is one of the main reasons why I keep hitting the walls. Oh, death. Oh, I may have driven into my teammate. Not recommended. But this is one of the fun things. It's cars will crash on their own. They'll battle on their own. So you'll be like leading the race and come up to a back marker who's decided to park his car on the side of the road. Guys will break down. Okay. Let's try it one more time. I promise you I was doing much better before I started streaming. Sorry for me. Sorry for you, man. So if you've noticed, I'm not actually using gear changes in this game. It's one of the unrealistic things. Like, when you brake in this game, it basically goes to first gear every time. No matter how fast the corner is, first gear. So to do manual gear changes in this, you spend half your time going up and down, up and down, up and down. Let's try and focus here and get ourselves a win. The Ferraris are also ridiculously fast in this game. Probably more so than they were in real life. Benetton's pretty good though, but only if Michael Schumacher's driving it. The other Benetton sucks. Which is also kind of realistic, because that's how it was in the 1994 season. Oh, had a big slowdown there. My computer decided to do something. We're still in the race, we're still in the chase. I've probably done 500 laps of this track in this game. I used to play this like every day. After school, played with a mouse and keyboard. Then I upgraded to a joystick. Microsoft Sidewinder 3D Pro, which is actually next to my computer monitor if you look closely in that picture. Never had a steering wheel until late 2000s, 2005 I think, 2006. Bought my first steering wheel. Because steering wheels were just way too expensive back in the day. To get a Microsoft Sidewinder Precision Pro or force feedback wheel was like unheardably expensive. But now I have a job, so I can buy nice things. And I'm surprised how, with a lot of tweaking, you can get your modern wheels to work pretty well with these games. So yeah, this track looks really good. Monaco also looks really, really good. We'll play Monaco after this, even though it's not the most fun track to race on because it's so tight and twisty. Oh, why did I brake? I didn't need a brake. Steering is probably a little bit too sensitive still. This game struggles with making you position the car. Oh. That wasn't right. Yeah. Still can't play this game properly. Saubers, they always try and run you off the track. That's it. Saubers always try and run you off the track. I think those are the Saubers. Whoop. But this game, as a game, just has something about it. It really has a very magical feel about it, this game. Don't know why, don't know what it is. It's probably the AI, because they are challenging, but fair. Well, fairish. They will knock you off the track after a while. And there was always like some theory that there was some built-in revenge system on the AI, so if you knocked a guy off in one race, you'd constantly see him knocking you off in later races. See if I can get the fastest lap on the last lap of the race. If I can make it through these damn last corners. There we go, fastest lap right at the end of the race. Barrichello, Martin Brundle. So it's quite interesting to see some of the old names here as well. Yeah, this game was one of the first games to have these realistic mirrors, and this like blew everyone's mind in the 90s. Everyone was like, whoa! Look at these mirrors! But if you turn them on in this detail level, it would like blow up your PC. I remember on my Pentium 100, I could not run this in this high res mode. I had to run it in 320 by 240. Which doesn't look very good. I think let's check out some Monaco. This is the best looking track in the game, obviously. With the whole city going on here. What I like about Monaco is it's still pretty much the exact same layout. Bloody difficult though. Bad start. Killer in his Tyrrell trying to murder me. Going up the hill. Also, a lot of racing games at the time didn't do any elevation. So, this game was quite amazing at that. Like, that you'd actually have to, drive up and down the hills of Monaco. Over the curves. This corner. Caught me out many a time. Any real overtaking point on the... Oh, too deep. Oh, sorry, Barrichello. Oh, come on, there we are. Unrecommended. Oh, very tight. This game gets the feel of Monaco right as well. Like, it must be terrifying in real life. Okay, we're back where we started in 6th position. So Monaco looks really good. Trackside detail definitely up on IndyCar Racing 2. And it's got the nice little effects like the flames when you downshift, which always looks cool. Being a curve, which I'm not supposed to do. Come on, people. Ambitious overtakes. No, if I can just skip these. I'll take it. Not really a place to overtake, but like if you get a good time around here, really. Oh, every time. Oh no. Alright, so that's Monaco. But now, if we look at a track like Brazil, Brazil's quite a cool looking track in real life. In this game though, it's very bland and very sad looking. So, You got the main grandstand and everything here. There's such thing as jumping or starts or anything like that in this game. Ooh, death in the first corner. But then goes around past these grandstands. It becomes like this flat blob of greenness. Like there's way more detail to this track than what they've put here. The track itself is pretty good. Like this track hasn't changed layout in 30 years probably. Doesn't mean I can drive good. Also one of the problems with having that automatically straighten the car assist on. That we'll try and straighten it around the corner and then you can never get to the corner. Come on, Neil. I think I have to win one race in this game before we move on. Oh, death. This is not that race. As you can see, the graphics get a little bit worse on some of the tracks. Okay, are we going to try and actually win a race? Oh, Lord, Lord, Lord. Okay. Let's try and win a race, people. Then I'm going to show you what this game looked like on my PC. Because this looks good. And it did not look like this on my computer. So there was some issue. Remind me. With the graphics engine, with the smoke, that the smoke would just kill the performance of the graphics engine. It had nothing to do with the computer. It's just the graphics engine didn't know what to do with smoke. Yeah, we're trying to win here. Sign, maybe that means I'm gonna win. Oh, alright, buddy. I didn't say I'm gonna win cleanly, just said I wanna win. I wonder what Dave's first game was. Might have been Rebel Alliance too. First game I helped him get working on his PC. Going too slowly, I'm not going to catch Mr. Hill here. Ferrari breathing down my neck there. He's upset that I bashed him off the track earlier. See, like look at now here you got this super long view down the main, down a road, a rouge, can't say it properly, a rouge. Where in Brazil you just get a big blob of green. This game is the reason why this is still probably my favorite track. Just because this is the track I used to drive endlessly in this game. I could do it probably a little bit better. Flat out around that corner. Okay, let's try and catch him. We've got one more lap. Come on. Much faster than fastest lap, which is what we want. I want to slam on the accelerator there because we will spin out on that corner. Oh, way too slow down there. Come on, come on. Oh, almost lost it. Come on. You can do it. Last corner heroics here, I think. Wheel to wheel. Don't mess it up through here. Come on, don't mess it up. Yes! Victory at last! Ooh, a bit close there. Ooh. That was rather scary. Ah, thank you, Miss Brooks. I'm glad you like the new room. So over there, we finally won a race. Dedicate this race to the lovely Miss Brooks. I think you brought me all the luck I needed to win it. It was a bit close there in the end, but we made it. See you guys, told you I can play this game. Okay, so that's what this game used to look like, with the good graphics that didn't actually run on my PC. How this game actually looks. It's like this. It does not look good at all. I'm going to keep all the graphics on full, obviously, but... So, this is what it actually looked like. I wonder if this will actually pick up on this graphics card here. Oh yes, oh yes. So, this is how I used to play this game. You can barely see the lights. This was like the height of graphics back in the day. It's just like mud of pixels. I was like, whoa man, these graphics are so cool. Like I can almost see the corner. Oh, Jesus creepers. I can almost see the corner, guys. But our brains used to fill in all the details. Look really cool, but, you know, a good game is still a good game regardless of the graphics, and this is a very good game. Oh, sorry Mr. Ferrari. Oh dear. Definitely like a charm about it. I'm sitting way too close to the screen though. Like you'd obviously never sit this close to the screen when you were playing it. Ah, nod! That's what happens. So yeah, this is what graphics used to look like in 1995, 1996. Whoo, that looks poor. Shame my PC even hates that graphics mode. It's like, let's go back to options. Let's just turn the graphics detail back to what it should be. And return a main menu. Right. Oh yeah, so also what's cool about this game, you obviously have all the teams. You get all these teams that don't even exist anymore. Simtech, Pacific, Sauber doesn't exist anymore. Ligier became possibly Renault or Bentner. Jordan, Lotus, Footwork, Tyrrell, LaRose, Minardi. So basically the only teams that still exist is that one, that one, that one, That's it. That's it. 3 of the, like, 12 teams exist still. It's quite sad, actually. Right. So, let's jump back into IndyCar Racing 2 and let's have a chat about which game is better. Because I'm going to try and win a race in IndyCar, which is a lot harder than...
I'm Paul Page
from Papyrus. I'm going to play Laguna Seca because it's the track I know the bestest. Let's just jump into the race. Hold on. I don't want to do that. I want to change so it starts straight away. Okay, let's put car damage on. Realistic, breakdowns on, yellow flags on, pace lap off. Weather, let's just change it to random. Race length 10%, that should be good. Laguna Seca, next session. We've got 8 laps in Laguna Seca. Oh, bad start because it just starts you. I've got damage on, so if I rev too hard, the engine explodes, which is, you know, fun. I mean, now this game, as I said, is... I definitely think the cars look better in this game. There's definitely way more detail in the cars. Next session. Way more detail. The mirrors obviously are worse. Got this weird, like, here's the dude next to you mirror thing going on. Like, that means he's on your side. Like, it's actually quite useful from a where is everyone perspective, but from a racing perspective, not so good. Slowly around here. We'll just trickle our way through this. Also nice, we've got 39 cars, so fields are a lot bigger than in Formula 1. Oh, how many damage? I think we're okay. Might be a yellow flag, which is not going to be good because it's going to be like 2 laps of yellow flag. Car seems okay. Corkscrew. Everybody's taking their time. Oh, no. This game is difficult. Okay, let's try that again. This game is lots difficult. So, this game came out in the end of 1995. And Grand Prix II came out at the end of 1996, so this game's about a year older. So in that case, I think the graphics in this game are in some ways more impressive. But it is damn difficult, this game. More so than, I think Grand Prix II is difficult because of the AI. This is difficult because of the physics. If you touch another car, it's game over. Just crawl around here. I think this is the new Dark Souls of gaming. It was invented in 1995. Oh, no good. Come on, people. We can do it. This is the Dark Souls of racing games. I should try and qualify better. I don't have to... Just gonna go off-road. I may not care. If I can get into the front, once it clears out a little bit, I'll be in a much better position. Oh, see, there's one guy gone. Oh, come on. That guy just crashed into me. That was rubbish. Okay, I'm going to try and... Comments are definitely pulling through. I can see your comments. I don't think I'm missing anything here. People just don't talk much on the racing streams. Let's see here. Don't think I'm missing anything. Oh, we got Kutsia 7733 following. So that's pretty cool. Let's do a qualify. Let's see if we can actually start somewhere not at the back. Man, this game, I remember playing the demo of this back in like 95, 96 and just being completely blown away by it. I thought these wheels, like seeing these wheels was like amazing at the time. Renee joining me on the nostalgia trip of this game. This game is still very good. Probably harder than I remember it being. Or I'm just going to put it down to the stress of trying to stream and play at the same... Oh, come on! But these Firestones are less grippy than the Goodyears. Kind of feels that way. It's just a warm-up lap, luckily. This is definitely the first game to like get loose feeling in the corners. You can feel oversteer and understeer, which even Grand Prix II doesn't really do that well. Car still kind of feels on rails in Grand Prix II. Let's go back to the garage and try this again. Games are tough, man. The problem is I don't know if they make you a better driver now. I was doing some training last night in Assetto Corsa, and it's definitely a different way of driving these to the new games. But there's something very endearing and charming about these games that I really like. Both of these games hold a very special place in my heart. They were like, oh, sim racing, that's an actual thing. And it's crazy to think this is what? 15, 25 years. So before these games, they weren't really, from like the early 90s basically, there were sim titles. There weren't steering wheels for computers or consoles before this. The only things you really got was a couple of arcade games that were simulators, like hard driving and that kind of thing. So it's freaking amazing that now, like sim racing, like real drivers use sims to improve themselves. Like Lando Norris, the new Formula 1 driver, is a sim racer. He plays iRacing. He has his own Twitch channel, which I don't think he does anymore because I don't think he's allowed to, being part of the McLaren group. Adrian, what are you talking about, bro? This is like the latest and greatest in racing game graphics, man. This is like, what do you think? It's 1996, bro. I've heard about these newfangled 3D cards, but ain't nobody got time for that. Let's see, where can we qualify? I'm only like 8 seconds a lap faster than everyone else. Too bad I can't keep it on the straight and narrow for long enough to win the bloody race. Well, the good news is I've qualified in first. Don't think I'm going to get overtaken. Look at the spinning wheels, man. Height of graphics technology, man. Remember on the old graphics card boxes, it was like, now your wheels are round. That used to be a feature. Round wheels. And we're like, oh, bro, the graphics card doesn't have real-time ray tracing, bro. Who are you, man? And to those people I say, come and just jam some good games. There we go. Now we're getting into a good groove. Oh, 114. Almost 10 seconds a lap faster than anyone else. Oh, and now it's crash. That's what happens when you get cocky. Right, next session. Boom. Next session. Okay, race time. Okay, bad start, but that's fine. I don't want to be in first place straight away. This game's better when you win. When you actually do pull off a win. Oh, death. Oh, good. Oh, that went well. Yes, I want to save my race weekend. Previous race. Race. Hooray for save games. That was totally not my fault. You saw nothing. Okay. Going for that big W. I was actually reading up some reviews of this game before the stream to see what people said, and it was basically like best game ever / hardest game ever. Let's see if we can win a race in the hardest game ever made. Problem is I'm going to start lapping guys if I'm doing 10 seconds a lap faster than everyone else. Oh, we got someone jumping in. Maybe on the main straight I'll be brave enough to have a look. Ghost V86, welcome brother, thank you for the follow. Ooh, almost lost it there. The fact that you can actually like visually see when you're stepping out. Like there's no force feedback or anything in this game, so all your input and output is visual. Let's do a couple of qualifying laps here. Get that big lead. I do like Laguna Seca. There's rumors that it might be coming to Gran Turismo Sport, which would be damn cool. I'm always down for some Laguna. There's some OG Xbox Project Gotham Racing 2. If only I had an OG Xbox, bro. Even though Project Gotham Racing... Which one was the one on Xbox 360? 4. Oh, that was my favorite Xbox 360 game. Still got that somewhere. Man, that game was so cool. More arcade racer than Sim, but ton of fun. And I do love those games. And it looked so damn good. I wonder if the original Xbox would actually work on this, or if it would block the content via HDMI. Some of the original Xboxes didn't even have HDMI. I'd have to get one of the later ones. Actually, I'm not even sure if any of them came with HDMI. Because if that's the case, then unfortunately, it's unlikely you'd be able to capture anything. Don't crash looking at comments. These are things that real racing drivers do not have to deal with. Well, maybe Vettel is reading comments. Maybe that's why he's always crashing. Maybe checking his Instagram feed. He says he doesn't have one, but I think he's lying. I think he's got some secret Instagram feed. Whoa, these tires are getting sketch earlers. If I can make it around this track without dying. Lap are we on? 5 laps left. Come on, Neil, bring her home. I'm going much faster than I have to go. I'm gonna crash badly. I don't know if my tires are going or not. They do feel worse. Component cable. Doesn't the original Xbox have a VGA connector? If it has one of those, then you know the amount of dongles I'll need to connect that thing to this thing. Hoo-wee. I remember I always wanted an original Xbox, but like buying one here was like buying a golden china from Ending Man. Like not legit. Getting games was expensive. Just wanted to play my Halos. I think Dave used to have an original Xbox. I think my other friends got it somewhere. Maybe I should do that mod where you put in like a super fast graphics card. I mean processor. Make all the old games run properly. You have to put like a hardware switch in it. You know, pretty sure that's what they never designed it to do. Come on, Neil, bring her home. Bring her home, Bob. Would you, did you? Catching the back markers. This is no good. Oh, catching the entire field. This is really no good. Oh, this is putting my race in jeopardy now. I have to be super careful overtaking these guys. Super careful, I say. Drive like a crazy person. Teammate in that IndyCar team. Come on, we gotta get a win. Come on, don't mess it up. Don't mess it up. Take it easy. Don't overtake these guys. Pick your poison. Decide when to overtake and when you won't get murdered. nice and slow through here, because we don't want to spin. Streaming 1996. I hope you all have your 56k modems dialed up. You got your real player updated and ready to rock. We're running to you at the amazing resolution of 120 by 200. Almost blew up my engine there. Doing stupid promos for software that doesn't exist anymore. Real player, remember that crap. There's a lot of bad things about the 90s, but video games were pretty damn cool in the 90s. Video games are pretty damn cool now still. Don't murder me, don't murder me, don't murder me, don't murder me. This really is feeling like a boss fight in Dark Souls. Oh, death is coming. Oh. This guy's going to cause an accident. I'm just going to follow these guys through because that's what clever people do. No need to jeopardize my race. I'm trying to overtake these guys. This guy seems way too interested in making me crash. I want to overtake him, but I just don't know where. Follow that car through. And oh, nerves. Final lap. Come on, people. You can do it. Just crawling around the outside there. You can probably not tell, but I'm clenching the steering wheel so damn hard. This is very nerve-wracking. Almost home. Halfway around the track. Take it nice and gentle through here. No reason. Second to last corner, I think I'm just going to stay behind these guys. No real need to overtake them. It's like an endurance race now. Ooh, squeeze through. And across the line. Oh, I did win. Man, what an effort. I think I have like 70 plus games. Adrian, damn, dude. Why don't you start doing Xbox streams, man? Bernard, I have that game but couldn't install it. How'd you do it? There's a program called DOSBox that emulates DOS, and then you basically run it like DOS, and then it thinks my steering wheel is a joystick, and it takes hours and hours to configure, but once it gets up and running, then it's actually pretty cool. Then you've got your own little DOS PC running again. Oh, Adrian, you Ghost V86, thanks very much. Yanni Pretorius, thanks for hitting that follow button. Jason ZA, thanks very much for following. Thanks everyone for joining me on this very intriguing trip down memory lane. I have won the race, so let's enjoy the spoils and see what you get for winning. Finish the race. Exit. Finish the race. Exit. Finish. Okay. What am I doing? Resume, I guess. Okay. Guess I have to go back to the garage. So thanks very much, guys, for joining me. Now, before we end, which game is the best game? It's damn tough. It is damn tough. So, my 1996 self would probably say, hands down, Prix II was the better game, or was the better simulator. Whereas now, I would have to say that this game is actually the better simulator. But Grand Prix II is still probably the better and more fun game. I think back in the day why this game was not very fun was if you didn't have a joystick at least, this game is basically unplayable. And even with a joystick, you know, you're not really getting the sim style of it if you're playing this game with a joystick. You would need a... Hey buddies. Right, can I actually end it? Yes, there we go, winning the race. Look at that amazing HD graphic of me winning. Sure, that looks amazing. So, oh, look at me, victory lane. See, at least they do this. It annoys me that that they don't do this in Grand Prix II. So, I think graphics-wise, both of them have their pros and their cons. I think this game is incredibly impressive for the time it came out, and the fact that it ended up having 3D acceleration, which is insane to think about. Like, Grand Prix 2 came out afterwards and never had a chance of having 3D acceleration. But Grand Prix 2 had the licenses, had Formula 1, had all the tracks, has a really detailed single race weekend mode. I think the features-wise, both of these games are really, really similar and can be compared on both. Graphics-wise, both of them have their strong points. Grand Prix 2, I think, is let down a bit by some of the other tracks being a bit boring looking and the cars not being so detailed. This game, the cars are way more detailed, but the details around the track and the view distance is not as good. So that, I would say, is an even Stevens. Gameplay-wise, Grand Prix 2 is probably more fun because of the AI. The AI is definitely stronger in Grand Prix 2 and makes the racing much more fun and much more dynamic. You'll have crashes in Grand Prix 2 that just happen, and it really makes it feel like a real race against real people, which even modern games don't do properly. But this game, as a sim, if I had a steering wheel, a T1 back in the day, I would have definitely been saying this game is the simulator. So, overall, what can we say? Best sim, IndyCar Racing 2. Best game, Grand Prix 2. I know, bit of a cop-out, but it's my show. I can do what I do. Guys, thanks so much for joining. I hope you enjoyed it. Share it out, tell your friends. Be sure to enter all of the competitions that are in the link below. Be sure to watch all of our other fantastic streamers. Let's jump back to the pool. How do I make these nice rooms if I don't get to show you? So I hope you guys enjoyed my first proper retro stream in a while. Definitely going to be doing some more of these. Not only going to be racing games, going to do some other games as well. But I think the first couple we're definitely going to do some racing. So thanks so much, guys. Really, really, really cool to have you all here. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Glad we got those 2 wins, 1 in each game. So, guys, thank you so much. See you guys soon. See you on Sunday.